What's up, everybody? Colin Myers here with the E-Lawn Services Podcast. Today, we are going to be talking about JOBBER, the software that we use to run our business. And we're going to talk about the pros, the cons, what we like, what we dislike. We got Savante here, and we're just going to get into it. So let's go. All right, guys, here we are. Podcast number 2. Super pumped to be here. Savante here again.
Hey guys.
And we're going to be talking about JOBBER today, the software we use to organize our jobs, to really keep the flow of our business going. And we're going to talk about the pros, the cons, what we like, what we dislike. We want to be truthful. I mean, if there's things we don't like, I'm not getting paid for this.
Right.
We're not getting any, I just want to give you my honest opinion. Give you guys our honest opinion. Mm-hmm. Savante works in the office with me. He helps me a lot in this area. And so we just want to do a podcast on exactly what we like and what we dislike. So let's get into it. All right. So let's talk about the pros. The first thing I will say I love about this is the app.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that we can go out there, we have our cell phones, we have a business cell phone.
Yeah.
So really there's 3 different cell phones. Mm-hmm. And then we have a couple of our guys that work with us have the app as well.
Right.
And the fact that you can get right on there and do pretty much anything you can on the website.
Right.
I mean, it's close. It's not perfect.
Yeah, you can't run the reports and things via the app. You don't get a lot of the intense software things, but you could literally run the business if all you had was an iPhone from it.
Oh, absolutely. I agree. Or an iPad. I mean,
yeah,
it literally makes it so your software is in your pocket.
Right. And
with the mowing, it's super nice because when I send a guy out mowing, he's got the whole route in his pocket. Mm-hmm. He can mark when they're completed, which then marks it in the system, which makes it way easier to invoice.
Right.
It's just a really good, powerful app. And that was honestly one of the biggest reasons I wanted to switch from my previous software is because whenever I was in the field, I always had to go to a website or in a browser, and you don't get that foot, you have to open it up, blah, 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 first world problems.
Right, of course. Oh, gotta use the browser.
Yeah, gotta use the browser.
Yeah.
But in reality, it can be a pain in the butt, especially if you're trying to find something real quick, customer calling, oh, what's this, my bill, and yada, yada, yada. To be able to just open that up in an app is huge to me. Huge. Honestly, that's really what we wanted. I wanted it nice, clean, simple. Mm-hmm. And we heard about JOBBER. I've heard about it for a couple of years now, just through other influencers, and saw them at GIE. And it's just something I really wanted to try. So I would say the next thing, the pro about JOBBER that I like the most is the scheduling.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the fact that you can just you have 3 or 4 different types. You have the week, the month, the map, a list view of the day, grid view.
Yep.
I mean, they give you so many different options exactly of what they cater to, really your preference. Mm-hmm. And then you can color coordinate each person for what jobs they have, for what teams. Mm-hmm. And then you can also click and drag.
Oh, that's one of the best features.
And scheduled jobs, the unscheduled jobs, they're on the side. Mm-hmm. I love that because it makes it so... for me, you learned this about me. I used to keep everything just in my head, my jobs.
Yeah. Seriously.
And I didn't, my other software didn't have a list area. They had something, but it wasn't right there next to the month that you are dealing with or the week that you are dealing with, where if you needed to click and drag something in, it was easy. No, you actually had to, it was in a separate area, and then you had to go make a note, take it off the notes and put it into a job.
Right.
Here, you can make a job.
Yeah.
You can put it on the side.
Definitely.
And it makes it way easier to me.
Right. And, just from that standpoint, every business revolves around a schedule. And if you don't have good scheduling software with your business, I really don't care what it is. I don't care if it's if you're doing designing on a computer, if you're printing T-shirts, if you're doing landscaping, if you have a plumbing business, it doesn't matter. You're working with schedules. So the schedule should be the forefront of the powerful features. And that's exactly what Jobber does. It makes it very easy to schedule everything or for example, if you need to change something, drag and drop it. If you need to unschedule something, or if you have a job in the future, like we already have jobs lined up for next spring, but we have them in our unscheduled list.
And we won't forget about them. And that's huge to me. And I will say, I wanted to put this out there, like, we don't know every aspect of Jobber. We haven't experienced or used every tool probably. This is just the idea. Like, this video is really just us coming out of a different software, moving into Jobber, and just experiencing what, we're giving you our experience of what we like and what we dislike just from the switch. And so the third thing that really sticks out to me as a pro is the expense tracking. So actually recently we just realized you can put accounting codes in every time you put an expense in, which is literally, if you're not doing this, start doing it now. If you don't know how to do it, you can look it up and just put in expense tracking accounting codes. You'll find it really easy.
I mean, for you, it just completely changed the way that you do taxes and the way that you log things. I mean, we have categories like truck repair and maintenance. We have one for our fuel for the trucks, fuel for the mowers and equipment. We have a breakdown for our office administration supplies, on and on and on.
And every business should do that. But the fact that this is in the accounting software that you have, it's so powerful and you should be utilizing it, whether you use QuickBooks or not. I mean, everything transfers, but for us, we are using this right now in the software. And every time someone puts a receipt in, we can see it. We can see where our money's going the most, right in the same software that our invoices are coming in and all that. And to me, no brainer, like huge.
And then not to mention with the receipts, I mean, this has receipt tracking software built right into it. You don't have to use a separate program. You don't have to import anything. Everything is right there. It's really simple, especially with the app. Don't even touch the computer with it because you can literally log all of your receipts right with the camera on your phone in real time. So simple.
And I know the IRS accepts photographed receipts now as storage, or that's like basically saving a receipt, which is way better than saving them because gas receipts, they always fade and everything like that.
And you can always go back in. You can reprint the receipts. We've done that. We had to return an item or something like that. Everything is stored. Everything you can
search so the receipts. So good.
You can tag the receipts based on a job. It's amazing.
That's huge for and getting into getting your profits and stuff is that when you can tag a receipt with a job, you know exactly how much you're spending on this job. And all right, so little plug, another pro is the fact that you can time on a job. So we started this year, once we got Jobber, we started timing exactly how long we are on a property for mowing every lawn, just to make sure our numbers were right. Because we never really went there with a stopwatch. Said, okay, let's see how long this takes. But now we were able to do that. And it really gave us good data to look at to make sure our prices are where they need to be. And so that was just a little plug of another little pro. Let's get into the cons. There are some cons. Don't get me wrong. I love Jobber. We're not switching. We're not going anywhere. But I just wish some things were a little bit different. All right. So let's start with the first thing. I am a little shocked that you can't measure a property on the software itself. I know of softwares that it's completely free. Like it's in the accounting software. You can measure the property. You can get area, square footage. You can get acreage. To me, it's something that's missing.
I definitely agree. It's very basic.
It's not like it's hard to put in. I mean, people are doing this all the time. We have a wheel that we can map on. I mean, on our app, that goes from a Bluetooth. I mean, this is not hard. I don't know how to do it.
Sure.
But I know people can do it. It's not a difficult thing. So Jobber, if you watch this, sorry, but we want to be able to measure a property,
right?
Like online, click dots, put points in. Let's see, because that gives us as lawn care industry, like especially if you're going to be doing hydro seeding, fertilization, weed control, anything like that. That's huge for us, especially. And I know they have chemical tracking.
They have it in there already.
So like it's there. So what? And maybe we're missing it. I don't think we are.
Yeah.
I've looked. I've tried to look, and I've always had to go back to a different software to actually be able to use that.
And I think that that's a big thing why we did switch from Jobber is there were too many things about the previous software that we had to outsource. Yep. You know, we had to outsource notes because it wasn't convenient. We had to outsource calendars because it wasn't convenient. We had to outsource, the accounting and receipts because that software just wasn't convenient for any of those things.
Yeah.
But with Jobber, all of that is included. It's just really this one feature here is one of the things that it doesn't have that's simple that we wish that they would add in there.
Right. So there's our first bone to pick with Jobber. The second one, this is probably the most important. Like, it really kind of fries me, is the subscriptions. I'm not complaining about the price.
Right.
But I feel like the price hike from, what is it? The
$129.
What's that called?
Plan.
The Connect plan's $129, right? And then what's the other one?
The other one is the Grow plan.
The Grow plan, and that's $279 a month. $279 a month.
These are on a monthly period.
These are a monthly.
Not if you pay for the whole entire plan.
Right. So we're paying on a monthly period, and it's $129 a month for what we use. We use the what is it called? The Connect plan. And so the Grow plan is a jump to $279, and I feel like there's too big of a gap between. I mean, you go from 7 users to 30 users.
Right.
And then the product list is astronomical, like difference. Why isn't there a middle ground or an a la carte where you could take some of these? Because the big thing that I want is the task automation, right? And then I want the two-way text messaging.
Yeah.
Now, and here's why I say this. This should be a la carte, because I understand all those things cost money on their end.
Right.
I get that. But at the same time, there's definitely ways I feel like you could let these tasks be able to be used at a different price. I mean, you can pay a separate amount every month to add a user.
Right.
So why can't we pay a separate amount every month to add on a task automation or two-way text messaging or Facebook ads or anything like that, and make it a la carte? Yeah, maybe pay a little bit more than what it would be to add all those and go up to $279.
Right.
But for me, like, I don't need every single one of those things. I don't need 30 users. I have 7.
Yeah.
Or I have 7 already, and I don't even use all of them.
Right. I mean, even if we had 30 people in the company, we probably wouldn't give everybody in the company access to Jobber. It's just not needed. The software is really more for managers and, maybe team leads, who are going to be leading up a crew or something like that for the office staff. But I don't think that there's going to be many people that are growing their business that are going to have 30 managers that are going to need access to this software.
And I agree wholeheartedly. Like, it's just, I feel like there's a missing subscription plan.
Right.
I mean, they have 3. Don't get me wrong. I love it. Like I said, we're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
We're staying where we are, but we're outsourcing these other programs at a cheaper rate. Or, I mean, we're paying for them.
Right.
Because we can't use them in our system, and I'm not going to pay the over $100 more.
Right. Yeah.
It's way cheaper for me to do it this way.
Definitely.
But I would be willing to pay the same price with the subscription plan. And I think a lot of people would.
Oh,
I know tons of people. I just looking on YouTube and in Facebook or Instagram and stuff like that. Like, people use Jobber, and I guarantee if they're not using that program already, the $279, then they're probably wishing they had the two-way text messages.
Definitely.
I mean, communicating with your clients is huge. Like, and honestly, I mean, not to be. Yeah, I'm not going to say names, but the previous program we used to use, it had two-way text messaging for a way cheaper.
Sure.
Way cheaper.
Yeah.
I mean, like, bare bones cheap compared to what this is. I like Jobber better. I like the software. I like everything like that. But the communication with the clients, I feel like should come at a cheaper rate.
Definitely. I totally agree. It's a huge jump, over $100 jump on a monthly fee just to add in. And I shouldn't say just. There are more features.
Why don't you list the features?
So the features that you're adding on is your payment processing fees go down a bit. Let me see here. It goes
it's a couple percent.
It's 0.2% that it goes down.
Right.
So, I mean, over the course of the time, yeah, that adds up. You get email and postcard marketing, Facebook and Instagram ads, task automation, automatic quote follow-ups, lead management, two-way text messaging, optional add-ons and packages, and line item images.
Don't get me wrong. All those are great.
Great.
I don't necessarily think we would use everyone.
No.
I mean, like, there's certain things that, like, just don't work in our area.
Right.
Like postcards, maybe.
Yeah.
Facebook ads, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But really, the big things that we want aren't like that. I can see where a postcard would cost much.
Sure.
That would cost a lot to design and all that. I can see that.
Right.
But for text messaging, it's so you can do it cheaper.
You can.
You really can. And I really just think that if they made it an a la carte, like pick what you want, pay a little bit more than what it would be to have all those tasks for one, like a bundle package.
Yeah.
I think people would eat it up.
Definitely.
And you're going to add more money to your...
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because I literally, as a customer right now, would pay more for the couple little things that I want.
Yeah. Right. If it's out
clear as day, but it's not there.
Yep.
And I'm paying somebody else for it.
I mean, companies do it all the time. The cost, obviously, at $279 a month, you're not going to do an a la carte and get all of these services, a la carte for $279. Yeah, make a little bit more money by doing it a la carte, but still offer it as a service.
If you can make a switch to turn on another user, you should be able to turn a switch to turn on something else.
Exactly.
Case in point. All right, so on to the last con. The dispatch of the routes. It's not bad. The way you do it is you make a recurring job at a no recurring day or anything. It's as needed. And you set that up. And then you go into your maps, you hit new visits or whatever calendar view or whatever, hit more visits. You go in, you can type in the top what that task is to narrow it down. You click that. I feel like it could be a little bit simpler.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, like I said, the previous software we used had a little bit simpler of a task where like you pre-made, like it was already made. The route was made for you and you could click it and pick that. You could choose what you want to do for those properties. And then it was just bang, bang, boom, assign it to whoever and then dispatch it. I like that a little bit better. I'm not totally against what Jobber does.
Sure.
I just feel like maybe there should be like a little quick dispatch. Like, hey, let's get these guys out the door. Because me as a snowplow business, I'm not always the day ahead where I'm like, okay, I know it's going to snow tomorrow, so let's dispatch. But then it doesn't snow, and now I have all these jobs dispatched, and you can't delete all of them massively. You have to go in and delete each one individually. Yeah. I mean, in the way we have to do this, we have a salt dispatch job. We have a snow plowing dispatch job, and then we could have a shoveling, snow blowing dispatch job. Yeah. That's 3 different jobs, and that could be for the one property times however many properties you have. So that's a lot of jobs that you dispatched, but you didn't know. Right. And it takes some time. Yeah. Like it really does. Like it probably takes a good 5-6 minutes to really dispatch my whole snow plowing thing. Where if I had snow plowing list, dispatch, boom, done, go. Yeah. Salt, dispatch, boom, boom, done. Yeah. Like it would really save some time.
Right. But this one, you literally have to find it. So pull up all the jobs,
filter it
down, then select them.
Make sure you have them all selected.
Yeah. And then once you have them selected, then you can dispatch. Right. It's just, there's too much room for user error.
And another thing is when you dispatch it, it's either today or tomorrow, next week, or this month. That's pretty broad. Yeah. Why can't I pick a calendar date? Right. I mean, I'm not saying it's 100% wrong. Sure. It works. Yeah. People love it. I'm just thinking outside the box. Yeah. Right. Like maybe I'm wrong.
I'm huge on giving users the ability to change things that they want to change. Like that is what I consider to be powerful software is I don't like the way something is. Give me other options. And I'm not going to go into the whole iPhone versus Android thing.
Here we go.
But that's kind of what I'm talking about with powerful software. There's certain things that I want to do with my software, with my machines, with my technology, and if the producer of that equipment puts limitations on that are unnecessary, it really puts a damper on things for me.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah. I mean, like, there's some things I just don't care.
Right.
Like,
yeah,
my iPhone, I don't really care how it's set up. He does. Whatever. We're not going there. But when it comes to Jobber and my software I'm using to run my business, if there's a simpler task to make my life easier, definitely I want to use it. Now, don't get me wrong. It works. The dispatch works. I mean, I get it. I understand how it works. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there is a quick dispatch. If there is,
and you know about it,
hit me up.
Right.
DM us on Instagram. Leave a comment on YouTube. Show us your video on tutorials of Get Jobber, whatever it is. I don't, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll admit it. And maybe everything we talked about in cons, maybe we're just missing something. Yeah, maybe we're not missing something on the subscription thing because we've looked up and down.
Seriously.
But maybe there's a property measuring thing. It's just hidden in there somewhere we don't know about. But whatever. So all in all, I like Jobber.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get me wrong. But everything has pros and cons. And I feel like people should know about the cons. Maybe think outside the box a little bit. Maybe this is a push to Jobber to say, hey, let's maybe get this out to people.
Right.
See what the feedback is.
Yep.
I think it's needed.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong. Like I said, there's more pros. We just wanted to keep this short and sweet and get really focused, major on the majors, minor on the minors.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a lot more things I love about Jobber. It's just the clean simplicity of the
love that.
The way that you can email your customers and really just it's a very good software.
It is, yeah.
I recommend it to anybody.
Yeah.
We'll put the code will be in our description that you can go and you can get it a little bit cheaper if you want to sign up for Jobber. Highly recommend it. I think you get a free 14-day trial or it's 20% off. I'm not sure exactly. But I know you can get some sort of deal with it. But go to Jobber, check it out. Really, if you want to bring your business to the next level, really check Jobber out.
Right.
I mean, it's huge.
It is. I mean, we just started using this software back in July. That's when things really started kicking off for us as a company. And you've had your greatest sales numbers this year.
Yep.
And I don't think that it would have been possible with the previous software that we were using.
No.
It just wasn't powerful and organized and as polished as this one is.
Yep.
And it would have made it a lot more difficult to keep everything in line.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with that. I mean, it's just, we have gotten so much more organized since July than we've ever been. And the other software I used, I guess it just didn't give me the options that I really wanted or needed, or it didn't give it's almost like you don't know what is available to you or what you should do if you don't have the tools to do it. You can't build a house if you don't have the right tools. And maybe you don't even know you could build a house. That's a really bad example, but not knowing what's available to you. How do you know to do it?
Right. Exactly.
That's what I'm trying to say. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Hope you enjoyed listening to the pros and cons of Jobber. It's getjobber.com. Like I said, we're going to put our subscription, our referral code in the description so that you can get either a 14-day trial or some money off. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but you can go there, you can click it, and you'll figure it out. But guys, sign up. Really, it's going to help bring your business to the next level. And be sure to go to Instagram. Find us on Instagram, eLawn Services. You can find our YouTube channel, eLawn Service or Central Lawn Services, Jamestown, New York. Subscribe, click the notification button, hit the bell so you know every time that we post a video and you can see our videos. Hope to hear from you soon.